Boyer's in it. Bobby Labonte's in it. Stremmy's in it. Jeff Gordon down to the ground.
Nothing else coming from behind you.
And Kurt Busch went over and over.
Boyer, McMurray.
They're just, guys, I'm with Denny. And, you know, having been in these situations several times, there's no way you can race that way and make it. And running out of time. I mean, he's, you know, desperate. And you see the 36 move down just a little bit. And Yaley and Stenhouse thought he could squeeze by on the next to the wall, and he just couldn't make it. And this kid's ugly. Watch his thing.
Right on top of Ryan Newman.
Hadn't Ryan Newman had cars on top of him before here?
I think the 2009 race.
I think you're right.
Brad Keselowski and Carl Edwards coming to the checkered flag.
Boyer's 15 comes up, clogs the track. Both Labonte brothers involved.
But as we close on 10 to go, he finds himself in position to strike. Marty?
Well, that's because he's been in the back of the pack on purpose. Adam, crash on the track. Adam.
Just talking about Danny Airborne. A.J. Allmendinger, Jeff Gordon, David Rudiman, Matt Kenseth all involved.
It looks like these guys get, you know, he just dove down.
Wow.
And then corrected maybe. Yeah, that's really a strange act. Man, Matt did a good job not hitting that car, but then he got clobbered.
See Blaney in that. And Blaney had a good run. Those guys had run in the top 10 or 15 a lot tonight in that 7 car.
Yeah.
Jamie McMurray leading. Here's the first move. Oh, ball trouble. Dillon gets turned around into the middle of the pack. Casey Mears is the one that hit him. Caution is out. Race is over. Here's Stenhouse. You can see right there. He's already making contact with Dillon's bumper. Wow, looked like Dillon might have just turned around. Yeah, it might have just been there. Wow, what contact that was.
Start-finish line. Logano comes down into Paul Menard. One car gets up on top of a group and goes flipping over and over, and the 30 lands on its roof. That's Parker Kligerman.
Cole Witt's teammate that just wrecked in that first caution.
And Brandon Davis's team, Swan Energy, suddenly has 2 cars torn up. There's Dave Blaney with the single car 77 team.
Look at a coil spring there that's come out of one of these race cars, a rear coil spring. Actually, Matt Kenseth in the 20 looks like he kicked up into Joey Logano in the 22 that turned him sideways.
Trevor Bayne, the 21, looked to me, Larry, like he was going to bump draft. Got him going. A lot of different looks here.
Unless this 41 car, Kurt Busch, can get some kind of big move here off turn 4 like Kevin did. Oh, and there
shots into the wall with the one of McMurray. 3, 4 cars around. One on its roof. One car hard into the wall.
That was
and it ends in flames and sparks.
Our front row sitter up here, he's got a torn up race car,
Mark
78 car.
Jimmy Johnson, he looks okay. Front end of his car on fire.
Menard had a fast car all day long, and here comes McMurray, and he just gets a little bit of piece of that 48. A lot like happened in the Unlimited. Looked like Jimmy's car just got loose and spun.
Look at Clint Boyer in that 15 car get up in the air.
Thing went it did a 360. Unbelievable.
Did a barrel roll and came right back down on its wheels.
And he'll cross the start-finish line because it goes all the way across the infield.
Outside lane, hanging tough here on the restart.
Oh, here we go.
Got trouble. That's Casey Kane that goes sideways. Joey Logano nowhere to go.
Oh, my. Half the field is gone.
The big one at Daytona has happened at lap 97.
That is the huge one at Daytona.
Justin Allgaier.
Oh, the 18 gets on its roof.
Kyle Busch rolls upside down.
Wow.
See the 26 car of Cole Witt, the 38 of David Gilliland.
Just having a good old time over here.
It looks like the 16 got into the 5 a little bit too hard and just turned him. And man, what talk about getting piled up.
Watch the 3 car when we get another replay of Austin Dillon come shooting up through the middle and trying to avoid the accident.
26 of Cole Witt just got into the 18.
Harvick's on the outside of him. Now, boom, he didn't make a commitment.
Oh, and around goes the car behind him. That's the 6, or excuse me, the 9. A very close call there for Sam Hornish Jr. in the 9. The caution comes out. Now we're getting closer to the possibility of a green-white checker.
We've seen this.
Got together.
Yeah, we have. We've seen this time and time again. You see the splitter makes huge contact with the grass. The car starts to bounce. Luckily, it lands on all 4 and just continues to spin. But we've seen this. The 9 goes to make a move, looks for that inside line, wasn't clear of the 1, drives across his nose, ends up spinning through the grass.
Tore the splitter completely off when it grabbed the grass initially. And then once again, hit hard and up into the air. A wild ride for Sam Hornish Jr.
He's still driving it. Look at those hands. Still driving it.
Junior will win at Daytona. And the big one happens behind them.
Oh my God.
Of Austin Dillon into the catch fence. All the crews getting out to that car to assist these drivers. Thumbs going up from all the crew members, and the crowd roars.
Here we go. You can see him on the bottom. Rex starts in front. He runs in the back of the 24. Gets up on the 11. Now he's on top of the 50.5. Now it's just along for the ride. Watch the car stop. Watch the car stop. It gets into those poles, and it goes from, I don't know what, 180, 190 miles an hour, I'm just guessing, to a complete stop. That is unbelievable.
And it looks like a tour. That's 3,500 pounds. That stock car is extremely heavy. You see here, after he's upside down, the 2 is spinning. Obviously, he's already lost control, makes more contact with the 3.
This car just loose early on in this race, but they did settle down.
Power back straight away. A big hit, and Jimmy Johnson goes spinning.
Down. Busher. Oh, man.
Chris Busher on his lid and lands back on his wheels. Caution.
Oh, man, we saw 4 wide off the corner over there. I was afraid of this.
The 35 Gilliland above the 3. Now McMurray in the 1, the red car. Comes up, just brushes Austin Dillon.
Turns him into the 35.
And Dillon gets into Gilliland. Joey Logano turned the 48. And Busher goes for a big tumble.
I didn't think that thing was going to stop rolling there for a second, DW.
Goodness.
Oh, boy, Stanley Steamer.
Whoa, there's...
and around she goes into Kenseth.
Oh, gosh.
Up in the air and into the wall hard.
Man, Kenseth.
Man, I thought he was going to catch the catch fence back there. The way it landed was...
I am not believing that.
He's fine. Boy, he got the window net down right away out of frustration. The 4 car, Harvick.
Danica climbs out. Radio cord gets disconnected.
I think somebody makes contact with... Oh, McDowell got her in the left rear.
Yep.
Yep. And that
no, she hit him in the right front. And when that happened, just got air underneath the car.
Is anybody left in this race?
Kyle Busch and Dillon side trouble. Car hard in the wall. 2 of them. Keselowski to the line. Caution had waved with Keselowski the leader, and crashing are Harvick, Allmendinger, Stenhouse, Truex, Labonte, and everybody else. Into the tri-oval. Contact between Truex and Allmendinger, and then Cole Witt turns Kevin Harvick up and into the wall, and Stenhouse and Allmendinger. Witt slides along and crashes with Truex.
Kyle Larson, the outside. Carl Edwards on the inside. Green flag back in the air. They're blocking. Good go down low. Carl Edwards into the wall. He got tagged by the 22. Big hits by the 19. And the caution comes back out again.
That is exactly what we saw Joey Logano was going to try to do. Big fire of the 78. But that is what we thought was going to happen. Obviously, the wreck isn't what we thought. Martin Truex Jr. needs to get out of this race car.
Joey Logano's still out there, but will have a little bit of damage to the car. But those two benefit the most from this because they were able to get through.
What a big impact.
Huge.
To be honest, I've been focused so much on that restart, I didn't realize the degree of that impact.
He said, I think we're going to have a fast race car. His spotter, Eddie DeHunt, just told him it's time to be greedy.
There he goes. There we go. Here we go.
Oh, upside on
down.
the side.
Well, AJ, that was a humdinger.
Yes, it was, and that's there he is upside down, and I hope he's all right. I see him moving around in there.
Here is the initial contact. You see Chase's car yawed out just a tiny bit in the corner.
They got him loose.
That's all it takes.
That's the one. He was going to save it till that last little bump.
I was just going to say, AJ, just be a little patient here. We got a little ways to go yet, and you got a pretty good car. Wow.
In a moment.
This is amazing footage, folks.
Incredible camera work.
And just remember, there's a driver in every one of those cars. Watch it.
Well, that's a long, slow roll for Allmendinger. And look, both those cars end up pretty much together along with the mess that was Logano's car and Michael McDowell's.
Crowded up there at the front right now with the 42. Oh,
Whoa!
trouble.
Big crash. Danica Patrick and Joey Logano
Oh, man.
and Eric Almirola.
Holy smoly. Oh, heavy damage there on Danica.
Those cars are killed.
And Almirola piling in at the last second and going up in the air. Patrick
Danica's
quickly out of her car.
Oh man, it looked like the 22 just got loose.
I think that.
Oh man,
what
a ride that Danica went on.
Danica took a heck of a ride into the wall, and then the 43 just plowed in there.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go. I think he committed to the outside lane. Pretty big impact by the 43. As you could see, Almirola sitting in his car. He hadn't quite gotten out.
And now, falling back just a bit in that inside line, the 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Look at the hands on AJ Allmendinger. Up in the air goes the 42 of Kyle Larson. Caution comes out. And another contact that Kenseth hits. The one of Jamie McMurray flying down pit road.
See right here, he gets down low. The 17 of Ricky Stenhouse tries to fill the upper lane. The 42 tries to block. And as you said, the 42 was destined to go airborne. The roof flaps deployed, setting the 42 back on the ground. And as that happened, the 41 of Kurt Busch crossed the tri-oval, took a hard hit. This is another great action shot right here. Watch this 42. Hits the wall, then gets pushed into the air by the 17. You see the roof flap open. The car sets back on the ground.
Look who's joined the party in the top three. The 77 of Eric Jones and the 24. And around goes the 77 of Jones. Almost up over the wall as they hit hard.
That Kenseth.
The 20 of Kenseth involved, as is the 1 of McMurray. A big wreck coming out of turn 2.
You see it coming off turn 2, and Eric Jones' car gets loose, puts a little bit too much wheel back to the right, and basically head on into the wall, and then major impact behind, got him up in the air.
I think that was Daniel Suarez perhaps that made the first impact. It looked like the 19 car, that orange and white car.
Look at McMurray. He has a big run down.
Oh, we got one spinning.
And it's McMurray.
Got it. Bracket.
Man, that thing is flipping, rolling.
That car
Is
junk.
You got that right.
Well,
I just hope he's okay.
a ride right
He
there.
had been incredibly fast. He got a huge run off turn 2, caught a pack of cars, made a quick move, and ended up in the fence.
See the 31 of Newman with a pretty good run. No, he maybe cut a tire.
Something happened to that car. It just went around all by itself on the straightaway.
And see, what really slid that car over was when Newman hit him on the left side, it lifted the right side up and caught air.
Yeah.
And look at that car come
rolling
apart against the fence.
It just disintegrates.
I mean, everything did its job of what it's designed to do. The fence kept the car on the racetrack.
Harvick upstairs.
Boy, he is, and he is right up against that wall, but he made the pass. Oh, trouble.
Hard in the wall goes William Byron.
Nose is in.
Oh,
Byron went in hard.
Oh. Matt Kenseth piled into Byron right to the 14 car right at the end there. 24 set down here on fire. 37 The 1. That was a huge wreck.
Byron on the
He
bottom.
just gets loose underneath.
He just
the
starts
14.
spinning out, gets into the.
Man, it just.
Oh my gosh, that car almost went over.
Just hooked, nosed in.
How many times have we seen a car land on top of Ryan Newman?
Ryan Newman?
I mean, that's 2 or 3 times I can remember.
Too many.
Remember, he was with McMurray down in Talladega when that happened.
Car in the wall, Chris Buescher. And he gets tagged by DiBenedetto. Truex is in it. And so is the 77 of rookie Justin Haley.
Right on cue.
19 of Truex getting caught up in this.
Larry, that trend was nobody's friend.
Little bit of contact right there, and just turns the 37 around.
Boy, and Benedetto had nowhere to go, and Truex had nowhere to go.
So happy to see that 37 car stay on the ground when the 95 hit him. Yeah, big hit by Haley in the 77.
Wow.
Here they come. Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, Ryan Preece. Logano on the outside. And Byron's around. He crashes. Caution is out.
Heavy impacted inside wall by the 42 of Larson.
Man.
Kyle Larson, Jeffrey Earnhardt with heavy damage. What a hard tumble for Kyle Larson.
Unbelievable.
Oh, man. And that was after a really hard hit with that front nose to the inside wall.
It just won't stop.
So this is coming off of turn 2 onto the back straightaway. Oh, yeah, you can just see it looks like the 38 goes up the racetrack, makes contact with the 24 Byron. And that sends Jeffrey Earnhardt and Kyle Larson. Look at the air get under the right rear of the 42.
Wow.
Heavy contact with that right front. Left front.
That safer barrier was there. Thank goodness for that. But watch this thing. Once it starts flipping, it's like a feather. It just won't stop.
Another hood flap flies off. Oh, around goes the 18. The 42 collects the 17 as well. The 62 upside down. Brendan Gaughan upside down as he went back in front of the pack.
We're wrecked here, guys.
And the big one happens right at the front of the field.
Kurt pushing Kyle. It just hooked him. And look at Brendan Gaughan just flipping right over. It's like the nose of that Chevrolet just can't quite push them straight. They're going to have a big run coming up on this 6 car down the front straightaway.
Huge block coming right here.
Blaney as they go around the 37, almost upside down. So's the 96, Parker Kligerman. Here they come. They make contact. They're side by side. It's a photo finish at the line. Probably one of the bigger hits that took place as they were coming through the trial. We'll take a look at this. First, it's the 37 of Buescher.
Heavy into the inside wall. Car goes airborne, and then the 96 of Kligerman joins him.
Another big hit there by the 96.
Ryan Newman off turn 4 for the final time. Blaney to the outside, to the inside. Here comes Hamlin up the outside. Crash into the wall, into the air. Goes Newman.
Upside down.
In a shower of sparks on his roof. Ryan Newman comes across the line, 4th. And comes to rest.
Newman gets a pretty good run to the turn 4, but now here comes a huge run by Ryan Blaney being pushed by Denny Hamlin. He tries to go to the outside, then the inside. They lock bumpers and turns Ryan Newman around. Upside down he goes. Corey LaJoie coming along, making contact.
Just lifting Newman's car up and over.
But Chase is going to be able to push that Atlanta car back out front, more wrecking.
And around goes the 95 and the 37.
Hard hit.
Into the wall.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, awful.
Ryan Preece in the 37.
Fantastic. That's Ryan talking.
Glad to hear that.
6 has got to run. 95 comes up the racetrack right as the time that Newman's there. Big run from the 22 coming. He's going to get in the back of this 88.
88 tries to go to the outside.
And around they go. The 10 of Eric Almirola. Up in the air is the 18 of Kyle Busch. Ryan Blaney is caught in it as well. Can't tell who is wedged up against the wall with Almirola. The 18 was Airborne. It's the 88 of Bowman.
Here it is, the 88. Probably thinking inside. He gets a big push right there. He's kind of always forced to make a decision, forced to go to one side or the other because of the aggressive push from the 22.
Lap 108, you're clear. 108 at the line here.
Oh, we got a crash.
48 goes around. The big one happening. The one's upside down. Kurt Busch climbed all over the top of the 41 of Custer. The 2 is around. Playoff contenders involved.
So right there, it starts. It seems like it gets calmed down, but another bit of contact. Now the 48's around into the side of the 1.
And the 1's headed into the outside wall at full speed. Frightening, frightening view out the front of that car. As you know, that impact's coming. Anywhere from 30 to 40 G's head on into the fence.
Block. Logano goes back up. Keselowski with him. McDowell in tow. Dillon on the bottom.
The run's on top.
Oh!
Teammates.
Around they go and a hard crash. Kyle Busch.
Kyle Larson.
Caution is out.
Bubba Wallace is in this. Austin Cindric. Hard hit by Kyle Busch.
And Michael McDowell from Glendale, Arizona, for Bob Jenkins Front Row Motorsports, has won the Daytona 500.
How about that?
Man.
That's a huge win for Michael McDowell and that team. Doesn't get any bigger than this.
And a huge crash for everybody else.
And now look at Kyle Busch go backwards because of that.
He did. He went backwards because he chose the
Denny's
wrecking. Joey Logano.
Hamlin and Logano. And Keselowski.
He's in it.
Boy, it's just scary. Anytime that air gets underneath that car, gets it airborne like that. Thankful to see that car get back on 4 wheels and not have a moving around.
Grabbing the window net there. That's a good sign.
Great sign. Okay, so there's the push of the 22 by the 11. Watch the 47 get to the rear bumper of the 11. Right here, that's that sandwich we talk about. And when Denny stepped out, the 47 was still connected. And that little bit of contact is what turned Denny into the 22 of Logano. Oh, we got another one. Is that the 19?
Yep.
Same situation. Wow.
And right under him. Oh, and into the wall goes the 40. Oh, my gosh.
Cole Custer. Nowhere to go there. Big fire. He had a big impact. Luckily, seeing him get out of the race car right now, because that was a big impact to that inside barrier. Already an issue, I believe, here, or maybe not.
His hood's still
not
up.
yet.
Somebody checked up right there.
McDowell
yep.
checks up. Truex gets into him, and he's slowing down. And here comes Cole Custer through to the inside. Nowhere to go. Has no idea. Martin Truex Jr.'s had damage. Now that right, thank goodness there's a little bit of a safer barrier. Well, is that a
That's a foam barrier.
Yeah.
It's a foam wall.
Barrier?
Yes.
Thank goodness that was there instead of just hitting that Armco barrier for Cole Custer.
Christopher Bell holds on for second. Larson, Elliott, Hamlin, 3rd through 5th.
Oh, there's a big
Dillon,
crash.
look at this. Dillon with so much damage, just finished 6th in the stage, and the whole back end of the car torn off.
Oh, they had such a good day going.
On the inside of Brad Keselowski off of turn 4. Side drafting the 2. Oh my. Oh, that's a hard hit.
Had just finished 6th and looked like when he went to the apron, he thought once he crossed the start-finish line, just come back up on the racetrack, but the 2 was there.
Oh, big crash right here.
Big hit. He'll hit the inside wall, but the back of that car almost completely gone for Joey Gase.
Oh, the left rear tire.
Yeah. Left rear tire come off the car. Look how hard.
Wow. That car was up in the air hitting off the wall.